Welcome to Thursday. Thursday was a day that I was both excited and nervous about because it was our bus tour.
Ooh, this is a
Now,
good day.
we hated our bus tour when we went to Hawaii.
Oh, it was terrible.
Absolutely did not enjoy it.
The
So-
driver was...
It's okay. If you
Yeah.
want to know more about it,
You can
watch
see
that
the
Hawaii.
description if
Yeah.
Haley puts it in there.
We don't like bus tours because we like to go at our own pace, and we generally like to go to attractions that aren't as well known.
Or we go at times when we know the crowds aren't going to be there, so...
Correct.
Usually a time when bus isn't going to be there.
So we ended up doing a bus tour because we did not want to drive on this trip. And we booked it for 3 places that we wanted to go to. A Cotswolds Village, Phil wanted to go there. Bath, I wanted to go there. And then it just went to Stonehenge too, and we both love Stonehenge.
Yeah, all of the doors open to Stonehenge.
So we booked with the English bus. It was £119 per person. We booked that back a couple months ago.
How much would a car rental been?
I don't know.
With fuel and
Cheaper.
everything? Even with fuel?
Oh yeah. But you have parking fees. I didn't see a lot of places to park in Bath. We met up at the London Eye and departed from there. Okay.
So yeah, we speed walked.
We made
there.
it to the meeting place. One bus was there. The English bus company only has 2 buses. So we had to wait for a minute for Andy to arrive with ours, but he did.
Guinevere and Arthur. And
Yes.
Guinevere.
We were on Guinevere. Our entire bus was full of Americans. And they were very chatty, very, very kind. We ended up going over to the second meeting spot afterwards, picked up one additional couple. The nice thing is their bus configuration, in the very back there's 3 seats, so we just snagged that because there were 3 open seats on the tour. And we got to spread out a little bit, so that was nice. I slept on the way, and then you start off with a rest break, where Phil got me some Lucozade so that I would wake up. Used the potty.
And the soda and the... No,
So then we drove from the rest center over to Castle Combe. Castle Combe's adorable. It was used in Stardust, several other movies. It's basically the quintessential English Cotswolds Village. One road. We stopped there for half an hour, and I think 45 minutes would probably be the max unless you were staying there overnight.
Yeah, the tour was like, oh, we should stay here longer. Or it was like, hey, you guys should stay here longer. It's like, yeah, but not much. You really get a feel for this. It's so short.
It's not like there's anywhere to shop beyond. There's an unmanned station at the church where we got a magnet. And you can walk through the churchyard, which is lovely. There's the marketplace that's incredibly old. That's literally just an open square. But it's very pretty, very idyllic. I enjoyed Castle Combe. Then we had, I think, about an hour and a half over to Bath.
Oh, everyone was on time getting back to the bus.
Yeah.
Even at the rest station, they were even early back to the bus. And then they were like, I think we were down to like the minute people were back on the bus. Like, they were like,
Which is night
bam,
and day from our Hawaii
like,
tour.
we are here, we are going. And I'm like, we're not
Everyone
waiting for the
respected everyone else's time.
We're not waiting for anyone. They were like in that bus, and we're like, it's like, wow.
Our people.
Yeah. Or at least people who respect
Yeah.
that there's a time and other people are waiting.
So we arrived in Bath. Bath was crazy.
There was a fun, crazy drive too. It was really wangy.
Yeah.
Cotswolds to Bath. Bath was so
Bath was packed with people. They were doing graduation ceremonies. And so we couldn't go in Bath Abbey because they were literally doing a graduation ceremony while we were there.
And luckily, right as we pull into Bath, the driver drives to the
Drop-off point.
The croissant. The crescent. So we get to view the crescent without having to walk to it, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and we were there 10 minutes or something like that. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was super short, but just enough to get your
There's not
photos
much to do
and see
there,
it.
photos and selfies. And then we went to the town center, and so that was like, oh, well, we don't have to factor
And
that
they
in.
offered a walking tour in Bath, but we wanted to do our own thing, so we went to a couple of different Bridgerton filming locations, which was very fun. Then we ended up having afternoon tea at the Jane Austen Center.
Yeah, where Jane Austen actually lived.
Yeah, that's one thing, is the Jane Austen Center makes a big deal about saying how Jane Austen lived in Bath and how influential it was on her books. I mean, she did live in Bath. She lived on the street, but we didn't realize that it wasn't her house.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have been there if we knew that was our house. But we thought that was really good novelty, so we had.
It was still fun. We didn't end up doing the tour. We did the gift shop and the afternoon tea. They have a giant photo of Colin Firth framed in the bedroom.
Great.
And the afternoon tea was great. I think it was $13.50 a person, which is a steal for afternoon tea.
Yep, then we went over and walked and seen the bridge.
Yeah, the Pulteney Bridge, which was lovely.
I made sure to step onto it. Haley was like, okay, take photos. And I was like, no, I gotta step on that bridge.
I didn't step on it. I just took photos of it.
Well, the thing is like, the purpose is what's on the bridge in that one. So it's like,
Depends on your opinion.
oh, so when you get up close to those buildings, they're like this wide. It's like kind of like toy shops.
Yeah. But it's very pretty. Bath is beautiful. I feel like if I went back to the UK, I would definitely come. Well, not UK, because Scotland. If I ever come back to London, I'll do Bath again.
Yeah, the only thing is we didn't do the actual baths, but
Yeah, and the reason why we didn't do the actual baths was the lines were nuts. Even with pre-booking, you would spend 30 to 45 minutes in line. And when you only have 2.5 hours,
that cuts in way too much.
it didn't seem worth it because there was other things that we wanted to see. But I would see the baths. I would just schedule it differently.
Oh, we got the bath bun.
When we first got there, the very first thing we did was we got the famous bath bun
Yeah,
from the Sally Lunn.
Yeah.
Lunn?
It literally
Sally house.
dropped us off like at the alleyway, so we just walked up the alleyway and we're good there.
And I think I misunderstood what it was because there were flavors listed below it, but then when we ordered it, they just handed one to us without asking what flavor we wanted. And it was just kind of like a really good brioche. It was tasty, relatively cheap. Sitting right over there.
Yeah. Really good.
Alright, after Bath, we went over to Stonehenge. Now, this was not our first visit to Stonehenge, but it was still lovely.
Yeah.
One thing about the English bus tour is that it does not pay for your entrance, and there were a lot of people grumbling about that.
Well, you have to be technically like a provider or something.
I don't know. All I know is that a bunch of those boomer ladies were not very happy with the fact that they had to pay for Stonehenge on top of... Our tour was more expensive than most of the other ones, because it's a smaller tour.
Yeah, but Stonehenge is the price that's like, you can charge more, but then no one's going to want to do the tour.
Yeah.
So
we paid it. We walked around. Had a lovely time.
Yeah, Stonehenge is still as powerful as ever.
Yeah,
really nice.
still has a great gift shop.
Yeah, well, one of the best gift shops.
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
really, it's top tier gift shop.
And then we arrived back to the van a little earlier than everyone else, but I think we got on pretty good time for that one.
Yeah, maybe, I think we were waiting maybe a max of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we rode back into London. The bus driver was kind enough to drop us off at the tube station because he didn't go as far east as we were going because we had reservations for the ceremony of the keys.
Yeah, he was like, I can't drop you off that far east, but I'll get you something on the district line. So he dropped us off the district line and we were there.
Yeah, easy peasy, no changes.
Oh,
So,
my leg. Sorry.
ceremony of the keys. What that is where the yeoman warders lock up the Tower of London for the night. And it's a ceremony that's gone on for over 600 years uninterrupted, except for one time when they were bombed and knocked off their feet in World War II.
And they were 2-3 minutes late doing it.
Yeah.
And they had a formal apology to the king.
And the king said, no big. And
I get it.
Yeah, you still did it. And it's fun to be part of it. You feel very exclusive as they're turning away people that come to the gates. One thing the Tower of London does do is they do very expensive private functions.
£800.
£800 for 20 people. Which is, I mean, it's a fun party, and if you have endless money, I get it. But
And it's at like the yeoman's bar.
Yeah, but it kind of takes away from the ceremony of the keys a little bit when you have all these people taking it super solemnly, and then the other half are like drunken partygoers.
They've been partying all night long, and they've been partying at the private bar of the yeoman, and they have their own private yeoman to tour them and stuff.
But our yeoman was great. The ceremony was fun, especially since the guy leading the procession of soldiers, his mom, dad, and girlfriend were in our tour group. So the tour guide was like, I hope he doesn't yell at you like that. I've never heard him yell that loud. Which was very cute.
Yeah, he definitely put a lot of energy into it. And then we had the bugler of
Yeah, one
buglers.
thing that was notable was the warder warned us that the man who bugles, well, the soldier who bugles is a soldier first and a bugler and a musician second. And
I would think he was a musician fourth or
I
fifth.
thought he was kidding, but
It sounded like he was trying to say the notes into the.
yeah, like I don't know how to play a trumpet, but I feel like I could do it better than that. But
Yeah.
his heart was in it. But it was very powerful, and it was fun to be in the tower without all the groups.
Oh, that was so nice. Haley made sure to lead the charge that we were like first walking through. So like everyone's behind us, so there's people there, but we can't see them. So we
Yeah.
get this like just empty.
Everything's open. It's just us.
Yeah.
And there was a convenient little box that I got to stand on next to Trader's Gate
Yeah, Trader's Gate has a stone that the yeomen stand on.
when they give their Beefeater tours.
So Haley just stepped on it so she could see above everyone, so she could see the thing.
Yeah, that was nice.
And no one said anything.
No.
I don't think they care.
So there was a little tiny door we had to exit at the end.
Two tiny doors.
Yeah, 2 tiny doors. We exited, made our way back to the hotel, and got the worst Uber Eats of the trip. We got it from Bagel Factory.
Oh boy.
And, I mean, I was half asleep when I ordered, so I ordered, like, a salt beef bagel, a cheese toasty, the jerk chicken, just random stuff. It took forever to arrive because apparently the people before us gave the wrong address.
Yeah, and then they wanted the guy to go to them, and their address was way far away from where it was.
So it ended up being like half an hour late.
Yeah, and the guy, when he came here, he's like, "I'm going to go to them after you." Like, oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, the salt beef bagel was okay.
It was
Cheese
like
toasty
sliced
was okay.
with an actual meat slicer.
It looked like it was doner meat rather than salt beef.
Dude, salt beef like dollar.
Nah.
But I
But-
thought it was decent, but
The worst thing, by
It was
far,
not
was the
great.
jerk chicken that was face-meltingly spicy.
it's like
I've
what-
never eaten anything that spicy before in my life.
it's like why? Why would you put it that make it that spicy?
And it's not like it even had flavor. Like, if it was, like, flavorful spicy,
Oh, we love
I
that.
could get into
yeah.
that. But this was just, like, heat for heat's sake.
Yeah, they like, oops, I accidentally put the whole can, bottle in.
I mean, so it was a little tray that had a thing of rice, a decent portion of chicken, and a plantain on top. And you would just take a bite of any of those 3 things.
And it was all cooked the same. It's like they went and just killed it with spice equally. Like the rice
But
was just as spicy.
spice, not flavor spice.
Yeah, so it was like everything was equally as spicy, and it was so spicy there was no flavor.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
So,
wow, everything on this thing
I
sucks.
think I made it 3 bites in. I gave up.
I tried one thing at jerk chicken, and it was like I couldn't do anything more. I tried a little bit of the rice, but it was just like. I
Yeah.
even tried from the bottom. I was like, oh, maybe they just sprinkle on some sweet seasoning on the bottom. They were a little heavy-handed. Maybe it's better if you dig towards the bottom and get something out. No, it was just as bad.
It was pain all the way through. So, we drank a lot of water, cleared that out of our systems.
It did left the rest of the jerk chicken.
Yeah, I hate wasting food, but we couldn't eat that in good conscience.